Hey, come on in. You signed your consent form, right? My name is Karen Raggiini, and I'm the Director of Education and Training here at Colorescience. As experts in skincare, Colorescience also knows the importance of protocols. We have put ours to the test. After completing a multi-center study, the Colorescience Finishing Touch protocol was able to show that 97% of patients are more likely to rebook their treatment again. So introducing to you the Colorescience Finishing Touch protocol. I'm here with Christine, and she's here to assist me today in showing us how to apply the Colorescience Finishing Touch protocol. Thanks, Christine. Can you believe that 97% of your patients are more likely to rebook their treatment as a result of the Colorescience Finishing Touch protocol? If you haven't already listened to our other series here in the Colorescience Professional Academy on protocols, make sure you give that a look and a listen next. We know the most important part of taking care of our skin is protecting our skin. So why do we talk about that last when we really should be talking about it first? Let me give you some tips on talking about sun protection up front. There are usually 3 types of patients or clients when it comes to sun protection that you're going to see in your treatment room. The one that already has sunscreen, the one that only uses sunscreen when she's out in the sun, and the one that already uses Colorescience. If I have the one who already uses Colorescience, I make sure she brings her brush with her to her appointment so she can apply her own after the treatment. Doing so also allows you to see if she's already ready for a refill and how compliant she's been. As a little something extra, I also always clean her brush for her. It only takes me about 3 seconds. If they've never used the brush before, I show them how to get it started. For the other 2, I try to get the commitment up front. No commitment, no treatment. Now I know that might sound harsh, but I also know as a nurse and esthetician, if they don't apply and reapply their sun protection, it's going to be my fault that their skin isn't improving. It's the same story with the patient or client that only uses the sunscreen when it's sunny. It'll be my fault. And for my patient or client that already has sunscreen, they're usually never reapplying either. I always have 3 brushes ready in my treatment room. So let's get started with the Colorescience Finishing Touch protocol and all the items you will need. This protocol is fast and easy. Typically, this takes no longer than a couple of minutes, but today I'm going to be taking you through it step by step. Here's a list of items. All Calm or Even Up, Mineral Corrector Palette SPF 20, Sun Forgettable Brush On Sunscreen SPF 50, the Hydrating Setting Mist, and the Lip Shine SPF 35. You want to have some gloves, your 4x4s, and some disposable lip brushes. The Colorescience Finishing Touch protocol can be applied after any treatment or procedure that is non-ablative. Of course, you know your patient's skin best, so use your clinical judgment when applying anything post-procedure. So now I'm going to start with the steps. So you feeling okay, Christine? All right. So we want to start with skin that's lightly hydrated. So I'm just going to put some hydration on her skin. Couple pumps in my gloves, bring it together, and I just like to distribute it first just to get it all over so I don't use too much product, and then I go back and work it in. How's that feel? Good. Okay. For my next step, I can see that Christine's skin has some uneven skin tone, a little bit of hyperpigmentation, so I'm going to choose our Even Up. So because this is an anhydrous solution, meaning there's no water, it's a little challenging sometimes with your gloves to get that feeling that you'd like to get. So what I like to do is take the hydrating mist, and I like to actually spray my gloves first. And then I do 1 pump of Even Up, and this gives it that little slip that I'm looking for. So again, with the Even Up, I just apply first, and then go back and rub it into her skin. All right. So for the next step, I'm going to take my Mineral Corrector palette, and this is something that you can use very, very easily. So if you've seen our other video, you know that each pan will actually conceal a different color. So the first two pans we'll do our reds, our middle is for our browns, and light blues. This is for our dark blues and for our yellows. So I just see a couple little red spots on Christine around her nose. I'm just gonna lightly apply. And this is the perfect brush that actually already comes in your corrector palette. Got a little bit of brown up here, so I'm just gonna lightly add in, just so we've got that covered. The next thing I'm gonna do, because Christine doesn't wear any foundation, is I'm gonna go ahead and use the Colorescience Brush On Sunscreen. So remember, when you first open your brush, you wanna take off this little rubber band. You wanna get it started. So you just wanna rub it around till you see the powder coming out. You can also check it here by seeing the poof. And then once I go to Christine's skin, I just wanna keep constant contact. I like a couple passes because I know we're gonna always miss a spot. And then she can leave my treatment room fully protected. The other thing you can do with the brush is actually pull the sleeve up just a little bit halfway, and I can get more of a specific application under her eyes and around her nose. Now last but not least, lips are skin too, so I want to give her some protection on her lips. So in the treatment room, we don't want to have any cross-contamination between our patients and clients, so you want to use those disposable lip brushes, never double dipping, and go ahead and just lightly apply to the lips. This has a SPF 35, all physical, no chemical. And we've just reformulated, so we have a little bit of hyaluronic acid now for hydration. Rub your lips together for me. How do those feel? Nice, great. And that really concludes the Colorescience Finishing Touch protocol. If you feel that you didn't get it all, watch this as many times as you need to. It's up to you. So before we leave, I want to go ahead and give Christine her written instructions so she knows how to do this when she gets home. Here you go.